After the break, the new high-tech fat buster.
I've tried everything and nothing else has ever worked, and this has, so it's definitely money well spent.
Welcome back. It's being hailed as the latest device to help women shed those unwanted kilos. Ultrashape uses ultrasound waves to break down fatty deposits. The procedure doctors claim is non-invasive and pain-free.
This is a revolutionary, non-invasive way to blast fat away.
I've lost 6 centimetres from my tummy, so very happy, can't wait to lose more.
It just helps to smooth things down and get a better shape.
I've lost 5 centimetres around the waist, and I've only had one treatment.
I would love to go out and just, be able to be confident in myself and, go down the beach or go for a walk and not having to, worry about my little friend downstairs.
Andrea's decided it's time to part company with her little friend.
All my life I've had a tummy bulge and done numerous types of exercise, diets, you name it, and it doesn't budge.
The part-time singer says diets don't work and liposuction is too invasive and costly, so she's willing to try something new.
Ultrashaping is a new, non-invasive method of blasting and breaking down the fat cells. Basically, it's a non-surgical treatment. There's no pain, no downtime, and it's a focused ultrasound wave.
Melbourne dermatologist Dr. Daniel Lancer says he's the first to import the Ultrashape machine, which uses ultrasound waves to break down fat deposits.
Of course, the amazing thing is that it doesn't touch any of the other structures, so it doesn't touch the skin surface, the blood vessels, the collagen. It just specifically hits the fat cells. And of course, that breaks the fat cells, which means they're permanently destroyed. We're going to do this whole area here. We're going to sort of try and focus on the fat on the lower stomach and the fat on the upper stomach.
So what's the sensation like?
It's like a little tingle each pulse. However, overall it's not bad at all.
Not painful?
Not painful, no. Just a little bit of warmth, but nothing unpleasant.
3 treatments are recommended. After 2, Andrea's happy with her results.
Since I had the treatment, I've lost 6 centimetres off my tummy.
I used to be 100 centimetres around my waist, and now I'm only 90. I've lost 10 centimetres.
Dawn Richardson took part in Dr. Lance's initial Ultrashape trial late last year. She says it helped kick her spare tyre.
I've had people say, "Oh, Dawn, you've lost so much weight," and I haven't lost any weight. I can tell by my clothes. I can tell by the tape measure.
Are there any side effects?
Look, side effects are extremely rare. I think there's been about 50,000 treatments around the world. The ultrasound only goes 1.5 centimetres deep, so it's only working on the outer layers from the skin to the fat. It does not go under the stomach muscle and to get near the ovaries or anything like that, so there's no risk of any internal effects.
Well, when I first heard about it, I thought it was too good to be true too. So I watched it for a year or so and waited for the studies to come out. I understand the science of the machine and it all makes sense, and the results have been extremely good so far.
So good, Gold Coast plastic surgeon Dr. Terence Scamp started using the technique.
I think the Ultrashape device works best with people who have a healthy lifestyle, exercise, and are careful with what they eat, but have 1 or 2 zones where the fat tends to not shift, and they find this machine works better to help move those sides.
Like mother of 2, Penny Challenger, who's fallen victim to that terrible faux pas.
People have asked me before if I'm pregnant when I'm not pregnant.
So I think you'll do quite well with the device.
At around $1,000 per treatment, it's not cheap, but
I've tried everything and nothing else has ever worked, and this has, so it's definitely money well spent.
At $1,000 a treatment, it'd want to work. And there's more information on that story at our 9MSN website.
The transducer delivers an ultrasonic beam and provides real-time acoustic and optical feedback on treatment. It uses multi-directional acoustic waves to ensure that focused energy is applied to the selected area only. Specific ultrasound parameters of pulse length and energy level ensure selective damage to fat cells only. Non-adipose tissue, not being susceptible to these parameters, remains untouched and undamaged. Built-in controls verify acoustic contact and monitor transducer temperature during treatment. The ultrasound wave causes mechanical disruption of fat cell membranes. The content, primarily made up of triglycerides, is released into the interstitial fluid, where they are processed by physiological metabolic pathways. As the cell membranes are compromised and triglycerides are released, the body begins a gradual process of breaking them down into glycerol and free fatty acids. The free fatty acids bind to albumin and are slowly transported to the liver for removal or to other tissues and used as building blocks or energy. Glycerol, being water-soluble, is passed among both interstitial and systemic fluids, then processed through the liver or used in other cells. The entire process takes less than a week.
It just felt like a warm massage for me. I felt just the same as I went in, really. It didn't feel any different at all.
I don't know if I could tell you much about how it felt because it was that relaxing. I did go to sleep for the majority of it. I do remember the very first one because I was quite nervous and I did get some tingling sensations at the beginning. I wasn't sure how I was meant to feel. I couldn't see much difference. I suppose I was disillusioned as I thought I may get immediate results. It did take a couple of weeks, but then I did start to notice there was a difference.
You get measured results, but without undergoing any painful, risky treatment.
I loved the fact that the treatment was really comfortable, that it was non-invasive, that it was calming enough to de-stress me for the day. There was no pain, that was a big concern with me, and the main thing I love is that it gave me results.
And that there was no side effects whatsoever. So basically it was very relaxing treatment, and then after the treatment you can just get up and carry on with whatever you want to do without having to sort of hold back from anything.
I did not have any side effects whatsoever. No pain, no anything.